Hello, my name is Yasmin and welcome to Yoga with Yaz. Today we're going to be running through a nice fast-paced dynamic kind of warm-up and then we're going to be jumping into some sun salutations. So if you're ready to get started, just take a seat however feels comfortable. We're going to start with some wrist circles. So interlocking the fingers, taking them through a bit of a circle just to get them nice and warm. Our wrists tend to get a lot of pressure on them in a yoga flow, so it's always good to warm them up, but it's really easy to forget those joints. At the moment, my ankles are getting a little bit of a stretch because I'm actually sitting with them outstretched. And then just taking them through some circles individually, out one way, and then rolling the other direction until they feel nice and warm for you. We can go for about 5 either direction. You can alternate whatever feels right. Interlocking the hands again. Take your arms right above you towards the sky, and then holding onto the right arm, the right wrist, take your hand just across and feel that gentle stretch over the right side of the body as you tilt over to the left-hand side. Inhaling back to center, take the right wrist to the left, and then leaning over. Feel that stretch through the left-hand side as you tilt to the right. Inhaling back to center. Then we're going to come onto our all fours. Take your body just through whatever feels right, any movements, wiggling. We're in our tabletop and we're just moving our spines around. Pay attention to any niggles or twinges that you might have to be. Always want to be cautious of any little achy spots that you might be feeling. This is your practice, just doing whatever feels right. Pick and choose from any yoga flow you do what is right for you in that moment, because not every yoga flow is going to be perfect for you. Set the shoulders back and down, anchor yourself onto the ground, suction cupping your fingers to the ground. Inhale, lift your chest forward as we come through a couple of cat cows. And then exhale, curling the other direction. Inhale, up towards the sky. Exhale, coming back down. Inhale, up towards the sky. Exhale, rolling down. Inhale, back to center. Your right leg then comes forward. Lift your chest up so your ankle's underneath your knee. And then the shoulders are back and down. Feel the stretch through the front here and probably a little bit of a stretch through the right groin. And then take your right hand and just gently opening the knee out slightly. Just a little bit of a wiggle if it's within your practice. Just sinking a little bit further. Feeling that stretch through the groin and the front of the left hip. Walking the hands backwards. Tuck the toes underneath on the left foot. And we're lifting up nice and tall still. The shoulders are back and down. And then point and flex the toes in this half split, strengthening and lengthening through the right hamstring. Feeling that starting to mobilize. The good thing is with this one, your ankle gets a little bit more movement as well, as opposed to just a static stretch. Walking forward, feel the stretch through the front. Inhaling. Exhaling as you come back into that half split. Inhaling into your low lunge. Exhaling, walking back into the half split. One more. Inhaling as you're walking forward. And then exhaling, coming backwards. That right leg comes back behind you into your tabletop. Then the left leg comes forward. So you've got that low lunge on the left-hand side. Feeling the stretch through the right front of the hip, the anterior aspect here. And then a little bit through that left groin as well. Again, shoulders are back and down. Nice and tall, the core's turned on. And then just taking the left hand to the left knee, just gently, again, if it's within your practice, bringing the leg in and out just slightly, mobilizing the hip joints. Remember, if you ever need to support your body with a towel, a cushion underneath your knees, your arms, anywhere throughout your practice, you can do that. Always support with a bolster if needed. Use a yoga strap where needed. Feeling that stretch. And then walking backwards, tucking the toes under on the right side into the half split on the left-hand side. Shoulders back and down, feeling that stretch in the left hamstring, and then just pointing and flexing the toe, warming up that ankle, warming up the hamstring. Just breathing normally and naturally. Keeping the shoulders back and down. And then inhale as you come forward into that low lunge, chest lifts. Exhale, stepping back into the hamstring stretch. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, walk the hands back, half split again, chest is up. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, coming back. One more. Inhale, coming forward. And then exhale, coming back into the half split. Then your leg comes back and we're back up in our tabletop. Give the spine a little bit of a wiggle side to side, moving it around, making some circles, whatever feels right. And then the toes come together, your big toes come together, the knees spread out a little bit further to the edge of the mat, and you're just sinking into a child's pose. Feel that stretch through the armpits as we lengthen. You can rest your head down on the ground, breathing in and out, and in and out. And then we're walking towards the front of the mat, just from here, lifting up into a forward fold. Holding onto the elbows, if you like, you can ragdoll and just take a gentle sway side to side, feeling the spine lengthen. And then if you like, you can interlock your hands behind you and lift your arms up towards the sky, feeling that stretch through the shoulders, keeping the shoulders back and down, lengthening the spine. Breathing in and out. Readjust if you need. Your arms don't have to get all the way up to the sky. You can just hold them behind you if you want, or you can just stay in your forward fold. And if you are up there, just let your arms come down now into your forward fold. And then we're going to inhale and roll vertebrae by vertebrae as we come all the way up towards the sky. Hands come above us. And then exhale, arms come down. Reset your posture. Spread your toes out nice and wide, suction cupping them to the earth, opening the palms out so your thumbs are pointing outwards. Shoulders come back and down. Tuck your pelvis under slightly so you're not hyperextending your back. So you're nice and strong in this pose. Taking a breath in and out. Soften the knees. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. And then exhale, you can swan dive with your arms coming back behind, or you can bring your arms straight forward. Exhaling into your forward fold. Inhale for a halfway lift. Fingertips can float above the ground, or you can place them on your shins or your thighs, wherever you're at for your halfway lift. But we're working towards getting a nice flat back, straightening the legs. And then exhale as you step backwards and lower the knees down to the ground for this first one. Shoulders back and down. And then bending the elbows straight backwards as you lower all the way to the earth. Exhaling. Roll the shoulders back and down, squeeze the glutes, and lift your chest up into your baby cobra. Just lift your hands up off the ground and make sure you're using those nice strong back muscles and not forcing yourself up. Hold here for a moment. And then those hands come to the ground nice and strong. Exhale as you push up into your first downward facing dog. Tilt the pelvis up towards the sky and the toes spread wide, the fingers spread wide, holding onto the earth. Tilting the pelvis, keeping the core engaged. And if a downward facing dog isn't in your practice today, you can choose to do a child's pose or even another tabletop, whatever is right for you. Breathing in and out. And you can walk the dog if you like, lengthening and stretching the hamstrings. Walking towards the front of the mat. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. And exhale, the arms come down. I'm going to step up that Sun Salutation. Inhale, arms comes up to the sky. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, stepping backwards, this time on your toes if it's within your practice, or take the knee option from previously. Shift your weight forward slightly, your shoulders are back and down, and then exhale as you bend your elbows backwards to 90 degrees. Inhale as you come up for your upward facing dog. Your glutes are on nice and strong and your knees are off the ground with your upward facing dog. Exhale, tucking one foot at a time, back up into your downward facing dog. Tilt the pelvis up towards the sky. Taking a breath in and out. Walking towards the front of the mat. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, arms come up towards the sky. And exhale, arms come down. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale for a halfway lift. And then exhale, stepping back, knees or toes, shoulders back and down. Shift your weight forward if you're on your toes. Exhale as you bend down. Inhale for your upward facing dog or your baby cobra, squeeze the glutes. And exhale, pushing back into your downward facing dog. Breathing in and out. walking towards the front of the mat. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, arms up towards the sky. Exhale, the arms come down. Now you have the option on this next one of adding in a side plank. Inhale, arms come up to the sky. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale for a halfway lift. And then exhale, stepping back into your plank, knees or toes. I'm going to show you the knee option first. If you'd like to stop and watch, that's totally fine. So you've got your knee option where you can come down and just pivoting so that that right leg is bent at a 90-degree angle. The left leg is out straight just to support, trying to keep that right hand underneath the shoulder with the arm up. You can look straight ahead or look at the hand, or you can drop down onto the elbow through that right hand side. Or if you would like to come from this plank position, we're shifting across. So we're nice and straight. You can place the feet on top of each other, or you can stagger them, looking up towards the hand, nice and strong. And then coming back into your plank, whether you're on your knees or your toes. So we're going to shift the other direction now on the left-hand side. So the options again, if you're on your knees, dropping down so that you've got that left foot is on a 90-degree angle, the right foot is out straight, and you're looking up towards the hand, or straight forward with the left arm straight, or dropping to the elbow as well as an option, holding here, or coming from the plank and then shifting to look up towards that hand, or straight forward with the legs out nice and straight, keeping the core on strong. And then coming back into your forward plank, and we shift the weight forward. Exhale for chaturanga. Inhale for your upward facing dog or your baby cobra. And then exhale, pushing back into your downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Walking towards the front of the mat. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, the arms sweep up to the sky. And exhale, the arms come down. Interlock the hands behind you. Stretching the shoulders back and down. Inhale, the arms sweep up to the sky. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, stepping backwards. Knees or toes. We're on our plank now. We're going to shift our way over to the right-hand side for our right-sided plank. So I'm staying up on my hand here, and then just opening up that left arm forward, either looking straight ahead or looking up towards the hand. Suction cupping the fingers to the ground, or you're on your elbow, whatever is best for you. Lots of options here. You can drop down to your elbow if you're on your foot still. And then exhale as you come forward. Inhale as you open up on the left-hand side. Left side is down. Fingers hooking onto the earth, looking straight ahead or looking up towards the hand, keeping the core on nice and strong. Holding another moment. Exhaling back into your center. Hold this plank for another second, and then shift the weight forward. Exhale, lowering. Inhale for your upward facing dog, your baby cobra, squeezing the glutes. Exhale back into your downward facing dog. Holding here, breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. And then from here, we're going to drop the knees to the ground. The knees come out wide. We've been here before. The toes come together, dropping into your child's pose. Breathing in and out. And you can stay in your child's pose, or if you like, you can take your right arm out towards the sky, out towards the side, not the sky, and then turn and pivot your body to turn away from the right arm. So what that looks like, right arm is out, parallel to your body, perpendicular to your body even. And the left elbow is just bent as you look away from it, feeling that stretch through the right armpit, the right chest. Relaxing your shoulder if you can. Inhale as you lift up, and the left arm comes out to the side, turning to look towards the right side. That right arm is bent and supporting us. Feel the stretch through the left armpit, the left chest, the left shoulder. Holding for another moment. And then coming back to center, dropping into your child's pose once more. Slowing our hearts down now. And from here, just pivoting to lay flat on your back. Now, at this point, if you would like to cool down, you can cool down, or you can run through some more sun salutations, some more planks. And take the wrists through some circles though, especially if you're up on your hands, then your wrists might be feeling it a little bit. We want to make sure that we're always protecting them, warming them up, cooling them down, and taking them through a few rolls one way, then the other. And then you can add your ankles in as well if you like, rolling them outwards and then inwards. And interlock your hands and roll them that way if you like that one as well. Stretch them above you, lengthening your entire body. Point your toes as far away as you can, your hands as far as you can. And then let that go. And then squeeze as you exhale your body in for a little hug, hugging your knees. Lower the head down, the arms come out into a T shape. And then just gently let your legs fall towards the left-hand side, keeping your core active. And if you need less stretch, put a bolster under your knees, or you can straighten that top leg and then look towards your right hand to increase that stretch. Breathing in and out. Then bending both legs, inhale back to center, give the legs a little hug, and then rolling the other direction. Feel that stretch through the left-hand side of your body. Again, bolster under the knees or straightening the top leg, and then looking away if you'd like to increase that stretch further. Breathing in and out. The legs back to center. Give them a little hug. And then if you like, you can come into your corpse pose or whatever pose is comfortable for you, perhaps a butterfly with your feet together, your palms open to the sky. You can take as much time as you need here just to let your body come back to center, tune back into it, feel your breathing, feel your body, everything that's worked so hard today. Or perhaps you're ready for another yoga flow. But wherever you are in your practice right now, whether you're having a pause, taking a moment to just breathe and center yourself, or you feel like you're running through some more sun salutations, whatever is right for you today. Thank you for joining me for today. I hope that you've enjoyed today's yoga flow. If you have any questions, queries, feedback, or comments, please let me know below and I'll get back to them as soon as I can. Otherwise, have a wonderful rest of your day and I'll see you next week for the next free yoga flow.